Most people chasing AI consulting gigs start by pitching flashy demos, chatbots that talk, dashboards that predict, or shiny intelligent tools. I did the same. Then I learned something curious. What actually closes a client isn't the dazzling AI, it's a simple script that zeroes in on their real pain, cuts through the noise, and feels like a direct lifeline, not just marketing hype. And I'm about to walk you through that script, why it works, and what it means for you as a builder. You see, everyone thinks getting the first AI client means you need to build something enormous, like an agent that can do all the work for them, or a data platform that magically turns bad data into gold. The truth? Most of those shiny projects never leave the proof of concept stage. They're either too complex, too vague, or they solve a problem no one really has. Here's the real problem I discovered: startups and businesses aren't looking for AI magic, they're desperately stuck dealing with routine but critical workflow bottlenecks that kill time and cash. Yet most AI folks keep pushing solutions that don't fit that reality. I landed my first client because I flipped the script, not just literally, but strategically. Instead of trying to wow with AI jargon or slick demos, I started by unpacking exactly where their day-to-day was grinding to a halt. I focused on the repetitive, manual steps they were trapped in, things like onboarding new customers, handling support requests, or juggling data across fractured tools. Then I crafted a conversational script that did three things: identified that pain clearly, painted a picture of how automation could slice through that pain, and laid out a clear next step, an easy, low-risk experiment to prove value. Here's the insight for builders: the leverage isn't in showing off AI's potential, it's in owning the client's workflow pain and delivering a straightforward, targeted fix. Most devs obsess over prompt writing or the latest model release, but the truth is that visibility into actual human bottlenecks, the granular, messy workflow problems, is where the real leverage lies. Take customer support automation, for example. Most companies either throw a canned chatbot at the problem or escalate everything to a live agent, killing scalability. But what if you automate the triage that's usually done by a tired human trying to read tone, intent, and urgency? A script that hunts for the 20% of inquiries that cause 80% of delays, then routes, categorizes, and drafts responses that a human just reviews and approves, boom. That's not theoretical, that's a $10,000 per month client contract in my first month, just because I solved a tiny but stubborn workflow jam. But that creates another problem. Once you build that kind of automation, clients' expectations shift. They don't want a single fix, they want a system that evolves. That's where things get interesting. Instead of showing up with a single demo, you start building durable, modular AI-driven workflow layers. Tools that learn from user edits, integrate with existing apps, and expose triggers for future automation. You become less of a coder and more of a systems architect, designing intelligence for business processes rather than code functions. Most people stop there, they build an MVP, deliver it, and wait. Builders don't. Builders iterate, instrument, and layer automation so that the system not only solves the problem today but is built for scale tomorrow. Implementing recursive automation with AI models? That's a pattern I seriously recommend. Start with a simple loop: detect problem, automate response, learn from exceptions, improve automation. It's not sexy, it's not flashy, but it works, and that cycle unlocks compounding value, letting you charge more and keep clients longer. Thousands of builders getting this right means a subtle shift in how AI consulting looks. No more chasing the perfect model or the next breakthrough algorithm as a silver bullet. Instead, the landscape fills with practitioners who understand workflows deeply, design adaptive AI layers, and co-create business systems with clients. It flips the entire consulting equation from selling potential to selling predictable, scalable workflow outcomes. The impact is massive. Imagine startups that don't need 5 engineers to manage support because one architected an AI automation backbone handling triage, FAQs, and routing. Picture product teams that spin up new feature experiments not by coding from scratch but by combining adaptive AI modules that weave into existing systems. This doesn't just increase efficiency, it changes how teams focus their energy, shifting from firefighting processes to inventing new value layers. Looking ahead, the opportunity isn't just building smarter AI fixes, it's about building AI-enabled workflow platforms, dynamic, evolving, and transparent systems that reduce cognitive load for humans while expanding operational capabilities. Builders who crack this will own a space that blends software engineering, AI system design, and business automation into one toolkit. That's where real leverage and entrepreneurship meet today. No hype. No chasing every new open source model or trying to please every industry jargon. The builders who succeed will be those who understand that AI is just a tool to architect better processes, not an end in itself. They'll combine domain insight with lightweight, adaptive automation scripts that solve real workflow crunches and grow organically. The winners won't be the people using the most AI tools. They'll be the people building the best systems, those who see AI not as magic, but as code, process, and human partnership. And that's the script I used to land my first client. It's not flashy. It's not sexy. But it works. And if you start thinking that way, you're already ahead of 90% of the builders out there.